Hi, this is Lisa Kelly, Notre Dame author and class of 1993, and you are watching the Two Irish Brothers show. Cheers and go Irish!
What is up, everyone? The man, the myth, the icon, Sting is here, baby. I'm here to talk some Notre Dame football. A lot this past weekend and a big heavyweight battle coming up. But first, happy Halloween, everyone. And also, I need a co-host. Where's he at? Oh, here he is right now. What's up, Jack Skellington?
It is I, Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Oh, yeah, Pumpkin King. The Stinger's ready to rock and roll. Talk some Notre Dame football. So let's get right into it. First off, a little homage to our opponent from this past weekend. Yesterday, Syracuse, baby. I got my son kissed. How about you, Jack? You drink anything orange today?
Oh, I drank my Orange Crush today.
That's what I'm talking about, because that's what the Irish did yesterday. They crushed the orange. But you know what? The Stinger here ain't no jerk. Respect to the Syracuse Orange. They played a hard game. And also a shout out to my buddy, Syracuse and Buffalo Sports, Eric. Great sportsmanship. So I'm going to do the same. It was a great battle. But before we get going on talking about the game against Syracuse yesterday and the upcoming battle with Clemson this week, make sure all of you go check out Week 0 Productions. Our buddy Ryan, he's been on the Thursday night podcast with Sean if Sean was here. So check them out on Week 0 Productions. You know why? Very special episode for them coming up this Thursday at 3:00 Central Time. They're having former Notre Dame running back Cam McDaniel on their show, so you guys aren't going to want to miss it. Woo! So, Jack Skellington, what are you going to be doing for Halloween? That's the main question. Are you going to try to steal Christmas again?
No, I'm thinking of a different holiday this year.
Oh, you want to let everybody in on that secret?
Maybe Thanksgiving.
Why do you want to steal Thanksgiving? The Stinger wants to know that.
The food's good.
But you're dead. You can't eat.
It's not for me.
Was it for me?
Sure.
You're not going to eat me, are you? I'm not on the menu.
No.
Oh. Whew. Stinger's relieved. Very relieved. I was nervous there for a second, like I was getting ready to wrestle Ric Flair for the world title. But Let's talk about some football, some Notre Dame football. Like the Stingers always excited about that. So yesterday, a big win for Notre Dame over the Syracuse Orange. What were your thoughts on the game?
Started off slow, but Notre Dame got it together and showed that they can be a top 10 team when they want to be.
That's true. But you know what the exciting part for the Stinger was, and he had me jumping up and down, was Brandon Joseph, first play of the game, pick 6. Oh, the Stinger was jumping up. I was excited, baby. I was like a great white shark. And I thought that's what was coming for the rest of the day, which it finally did late in the game. But the Syracuse Orange, they answered quick. Nice little touchdown drive. Tied the game at 7. But, you know, the Irish, this team's been up and down, but yesterday they found a way to come through and get on top, didn't they, Jack?
Yes, they did.
And it all started with what Sean and Ben were saying in the preview, baby. Battle in the trenches. You know, I got to give Syracuse and Buffalo some props on that too, because he told me the same. I'm sorry, he told Sean the same thing. Starts in the trenches. We won the war up front, and that opened the running game because we had some big numbers from our running backs yesterday, didn't we?
Oh yes.
You hit it, my man.
Started off with, of course, Audric Estime, 20 carries, 123 yards on a 6.2 average, 2 touchdowns. And then Logan Diggs with 85 yards, Chris Tyree with 23 yards, just running all over Syracuse.
Oh, yeah. It was a great day for the running game. I mean, Audric Estime, he recovered from fumbling the ball, 4 times in the last 3 games, something like that. It wasn't good. But he came back and had a nice day, and I was so excited to see that. And, of course, our stud tight end, Michael Mayer, he continues to have a great career. And I just maybe I'm looking too far ahead, the Stinger is, but I would love to have him come back for his senior year. It would be killer. But we're living in the present. It's right here, right now. And he had 3 catches for 54 yards, didn't find the end zone, but he had a nice catch that set us up for a touchdown right before the half, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, Notre Dame as a whole looked really good yesterday. Really good.
I mean, the only disappointment was, and I guess you can't really call this a disappointment because we didn't really need to pass the ball all that much, but Drew Pine only threw 19 times. He was 9 of 19, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Now, we won the game, but it's still disappointing to see him not being able to find other guys except Michael Mayer. I mean, he did find Jaden Thomas for his lone passing touchdown, but I gotta agree with the announcers on one thing, Jack. He's not looking for his checkdowns. His running backs, they were wide open. He was trying to force stuff, and of course, you know I'm talking about the interception that he threw that could have came back and hurt us. Thankfully, it didn't. But the Stinger's behind this guy. You know, Drew Pine, he's doing well for the situation that he was put in. And he wasn't, I don't know if he was ever meant to be the starting quarterback, and he's not elite, but you know what? This kid is trying his heart out. I'm going to have his back, but he's got to learn from his mistakes.
Yes.
It's too late in the season to not be learning from those mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Pine just has to settle in a little bit more, and we're getting towards the end, so I don't know what to tell him.
At this point, if you're Notre Dame, you just keep trying to find ways to win the game. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. But we beat a ranked opponent, and it's nice to see us getting some ranking votes for a change by the AP poll. Yes. But of course, the main one that's coming out on Tuesday, the college football playoff rankings. That's where we find out what our true ranking is, if we're even in the top 25.
Yes. Yeah, but everybody talks about rankings. The only ones that truly matter is the playoffs. And obviously Notre Dame doesn't have a shot at the playoffs, but bowl game season's coming, and the only top 25 that matters is the playoff format, top 25. So,
yeah. And we got a chance to get back in those rankings because we have 2 major heavyweight matches coming up next week against Clemson. We can officially start looking forward to them now. But we also still have USC on the schedule. They're in the top 10.
Yes.
So two more opportunities, 2 more top 10 opponents to help us get as high as in the rankings as we possibly can and get a respected bowl game.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, and you can't even the game that Sean and Ben will be at, Boston College, you can't even count them out. I mean, the rivalry between those two schools, can't count them out.
Exactly. And going back to Syracuse real quick. You got to give props to their players that played well. Unfortunately, Garrett Schrader, their starting quarterback that Ben and Sean talked about, he got hurt in the first half, but we did a pretty good job keeping him in check.
We sure did.
And Sean Tucker had a great game. Arande Gadsden the second, he had a good game too. 78 yards on 4 catches, 1 touchdown. But really, a lot of their guys, we did a great job keeping in check. Now, granted, we had some help because Syracuse and Buffalo Sports will tell you this. Syracuse had a real problem with drop passes.
Yes.
And that helped us out quite a bit when we needed a little break.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, also, the D line was constantly in Syracuse's quarterback's face. I mean, constant. So, we really, really pushed them around yesterday.
Yes, we did. And we, I gotta say, our defense did pretty well. Not really as bad as I thought. Because this game scared the Stinger coming in, because Syracuse has some good players. They've been putting up the numbers, but we came through. And also, how about another block punt by our special teams?
Special teams once again comes through. Last week, special teams was firing on all cylinders. This week, once again. So nice to see.
Oh, very much so. And nothing you can really blame on Tommy Rees in this game, surprisingly.
Not a whole lot this game. No, not really. Nope. Play calling was decent. Execution was great. And obviously the victory was perfect. So can't complain too much about anything.
But this next week at Clemson, and the Stinger knows it as well as all the fans. This is his test, another chance.
Mm-hmm.
And myself personally, I'm with Sean. I want Tommy Rees gone, but while he's here, he better start doing his job. He better start performing.
Oh, this is going to be a humdinger. I mean, Clemson comes in undefeated, 8-0 overall, 6-0 in ACC play. They have won overtime, so they've been through it all. They really have. They've seen everything. They know what needs to be done. This is an offense you can't scoff at, man. You cannot scoff at that Clemson offense. 37 points a game. That's a good offense.
Oh, yeah. You're not kidding me, man. So Syracuse is in the books. Great win for Notre Dame to come into the Dome with all that noise, come out with the win, take advantage of mistakes, get on a momentum ride. I'm trying to find my words. I'm so excited. The adrenaline's still rushing through the Stinger system. Oh! But this was a much needed key win for the Irish, and going forward should provide them with a lot of momentum. And also, the Stinger wants to remind everyone, don't forget, drink your Sunkist. How about you, Jack? You have anything orange today?
I did.
What did you have?
Another Orange Crush.
Orange Crush. Oh, so you and I have a little rivalry going on here.
Mm-hmm.
The Stinger likes Sunkist, but you like Orange Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just when I thought you were awesome, Jack. But I can't believe it. You would betray the Stinger and drink Orange Crush? What are you thinking?
Only the best soda there is.
Ooh, no. When it comes to orange beverages, Sunkist is the best. Who do you think the sponsor was of the 89 Fiesta Bowl when Notre Dame won? And that was our last national championship. Who sponsored that bowl game?
All right, I'll give it to you.
All right. Yeah, that's where the Stinger wins. But I still think you're pretty cool, Jack. No worries. So, now, let's get to that next hurdle. What do you say?
Got to twist the Tiger's tail.
Yes. And also, we forgot to mention, we hope everybody's having a very happy Halloween weekend.
Yes.
It's
Hope you
always
made smart decisions and had a lot of fun.
It's always fun come Halloween time, even when you're adults like the two of us, being able to use your imagination, have some fun. And I don't know how good of a Sting impression I'm doing right now, but it sure is fun to try. Oh, boy. All right. So, Jack, before we get started, do you have your Clemson stats pulled up?
Good to go.
All right. So, let's just state the obvious. We know what happened the last time the Irish and the Tigers played.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun one. South Bend, a cold November night. I think it was November, wasn't it?
Sounds right.
But it was a cold night. The Irish, they fall behind by a touchdown late. Ian Book to Avery Davis for the tying touchdown. We go into overtime, and we take down the Clemson Tigers in overtime, the number 1 Clemson Tigers in overtime. Now, some people don't like to count that because Trevor Lawrence and a few other guys didn't play. But, hey, that should show how powerful Clemson's recruiting is. You have guys ready to go. And ironically, that was the night when DJ Uiagalelei made his first collegiate start. And we're going to see him again in South Bend this Saturday night.
Yep.
But
yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. And let's not twist it, though.
Of course.
The Clemson Notre Dame game should never have gone into overtime. That score does not reflect how much Clemson struggled against Notre Dame at times. And I would love to see that happen again this Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. I would too. This is a heavyweight matchup, baby. It's in the steel cage. You got to take that big gold belt. You got to show who's dominant. You got to show how much you want this. Believe me, the Stinger here has been through so many championship matches. I know what that's all about. You got to go crazy. You got to find your inner Tiger, baby. No pun intended. Who has that true inner Tiger? I think that would be the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. How bad do you want this, boys? Find that beast inside of you and just let it out. Ooh! Yeah! Heavyweight matchup coming to South Bend. Doesn't matter the record. Everybody should be excited about the chance to knock off a top 10 team.
All the stars are aligning for Notre Dame. All of them. You have a chance where you beat Syracuse in their house. You beat Clemson. You finish off the year strong. You beat Southern Cal. And if Ohio State continues their run that they're on, not looking too bad for the Irish. Not looking too bad. Obviously, a loss to Marshall stinks and a loss to Stanford. But, I mean, I will take it. I'll take it. So,
most people,
Clemson's no slouch, like I said earlier in this video. Clemson averages 37 points a game. Huge, huge, huge. They only give up 19 points a game. This is a team that knows how to win. They got guys that have been through it all. This season, they've been through it all. This is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a real tough one in South Bend.
Well, and of course, the Stinger knows you always respect your opponent. You never take them lightly. But it would be safe to say that this Clemson Tiger team, they've looked vulnerable at times.
Yes. I mean, Syracuse took them to the brink. Now granted, Syracuse the last couple of years has played Clemson very, very well. They have always had their number. So maybe that's not the best, example, but we have to take advantage. This is a game, fast start, like in the Syracuse game, fast start, take the wind out of their sails, get the crowd into the game early, and don't look back.
Oh, yes. And, of course, we know the top two guys that lead their offense, DJ and Will Shipley on the ground. I mean, despite as vulnerable as Clemson has looked this year, these guys are still putting up numbers. I mean, DJ has just over 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, four picks. But he still completed almost 65% of his passes, so he's no slouch. Same with Will Shipley. I mean, he's ran for 739 yards and 10 touchdowns, and he's averaging 6 yards a carry. And, of course, you got DJ, who's also a dual-threat quarterback. I mean, he's rushed for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's Twitter. He is Clemson's second leading rusher. So, I mean, obviously he's a dual-threat quarterback. There's going to have to be, some kind of game plan to slow him down because he has run all over everybody this season so far.
Yes, and let's not forget the receiving game as always. Antonio Williams, Joseph Nagata, Bo Collins, Davis Allen, the tight end, getting involved. Again, this is another team where, unlike us, they DJ likes to spread the ball around. The quarterbacks likes to spread the ball around to his receivers, as to us with Drew Pine liking to zone in on one guy, and that guy being Michael Mayer. Understandably so. Stud tight end. He's a beast. He's pretty much the best tight end we've ever had in Notre Dame football history. I mean, he's broken a couple records this year, but still, even with Drew Pine being a first-time starting quarterback, the time has to come where you got to spread the ball around. And you know what? But the receivers aren't let off the hook either. They've got to find a way to get separation, which we've seen them do. Which is where if he's in trouble, Drew Pine, as I said earlier, needs to start using those checkdowns when he has them. Because those announcers, they said it, and I agree with them. A couple times where our running backs were wide open, nobody there to stop them. Use your check down.
Yes. Yeah, this game is not a game where you can afford any kind of mistake. This could very well come down to, one possession decides the game. Like the last matchup. I mean, not the last matchup, but the last one during the regular season, because we all know what happened in the ACC championship. Yeah. But that's beside the point. But Notre Dame defense is going to have to step up though too. This is not just an offense thing. This is no blown coverages, lots of open field tackles. You cannot give DJ and Shipley and all these guys that have that big playability, you can't give them an opportunity, because if you do, they will make a big play.
Well, let me tell you something. I mentioned before about Syracuse's receivers having some drop issues. I would not expect to see that from Clemson. No. You're not gonna have their receivers dropping passes to let you off the hook. No. They're going to make those catches, and they're going to make you pay. So we got to tighten up on that defense, step up, and make things happen here. Make a little defensive magic, as the Stinger loves, baby, and then go on the attack like a great white shark. It's that adrenaline going through me, Jack. I can't help it. The Stinger's always got the adrenaline. This is a heavyweight matchup. I can't help but not have it. So, big time matchup coming to South Bend. But I will say this, game like this, we need our fans, especially. They play a big factor in this too. And as Ben and Sean have always said, that's become a problem in South Bend. People not getting that energy going, too much of a cheese and wine crowd.
No down in fronts.
No. Everybody up off your ass and making noise. But my problem is, I hope to hell that stadium is not half orange and purple. That worries me a little bit. We've seen it before, Jack. We've seen our stadium be half of the other team's colors, and that's a problem.
Yes, it is.
So every Notre Dame fan at the game, you get up, you make some noise. Don't you dare sell your tickets. Don't be a bunch of greedy bastards and go into the game and support the team. No, this is not the season we envisioned. But you know what? They're still the Fighting Irish. They've still been winning some big games despite all the setbacks. This team has some heart.
Well, so let's back that heart up. The season with 3 losses, Not a bad season. I mean, we have grown accustomed to 10-win seasons in Notre Dame country, but you know what? A 3-loss season is nothing to scoff at. And yeah, it doesn't get you the playoffs, and yeah, it doesn't get you the national championship, but there's a lot of good that can come in this season still. So don't give up hope.
Jack, let me ask you one question. And I don't know if it's happened since the creation of the college football playoff, but do you think a 9-3 team with 2 big wins over 4 ranked opponents, 2 of them being in the top 5, could that get a team to at least an NY6 bowl? I'm doubting it, but do you think it's possible?
There'd have to be a lot of bedlam. A lot.
That's true.
The Big Ten, unfortunately, right now, the Big Ten and the SEC are loaded. So I don't see that happening, but you never know.
Well, I'm not counting on it, but I'm just Stinger's just asking if it's a possibility. I'm not betting on it.
It's always possible. I mean, nothing's, I guess, impossible, but that'd be a really hard road to get to an NY6.
Of course. But I got to be honest with you. If we finish 9-3, and if we were to get, like, say, a Gator Bowl bid, I wouldn't be disappointed. I mean, of course, any fan would be disappointed about not making the NY6 or the playoffs, but you take the next best thing, right?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you know what? The way that you salvage it, 9-3 season with a bowl victory and an impressive win in a bowl victory at that. Thank you very much. That's how you salvage it.
Yes. Yes, you win the big games. You forget about the little mishaps, and you show that you can win those heavyweight matchups and finish strong. But all I know is never give up. The Stinger's never given up in all these years, and I'm not about to start now. You tried to steal Christmas, Jack, but you know what? You got some redemption because you saw what that season was all about. So both of us have never given up. Isn't that right?
That is very true.
I still don't know why you want to. I still don't know why you want to steal Thanksgiving, but okay, whatever. That's a different story for another day. So, Jack, the most fun part of every Two Irish Brothers interview, which we're taking over for this week, the score prediction. And Sean and Ben have always loved to do that. So, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right. Have at it, buddy.
Notre Dame 35, Clemson 28.
I'm in the same boat as you are. I'm in the same boat. It's going to be a battle. We win this game. I hate to say it. It's not going to be close, but we've shown we can put up points and against some pretty good defenses. But this Clemson offense ain't no slouch. As we pointed out already, they have some playmakers, and they're going to be tough to stop. But do I think we can win this game? Of course I do. So the Stinger in this one is going to say Notre Dame 27, Clemson 24. Oh! Yeah! Irish pull off a big upset, and we get back on track, baby. Huh? You like that?
I love it.
I just realized I got a little piece of paint coming down. Oh, it's kind of wet. Uh-oh. I'm melting like the Wicked Witch. All right. Well, Jack, this has been a really fun video, a real fun Halloween special. What's something else you want to talk about? Anything? Anything on your mind? Anything crazy running through that head of yours? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing's clinking around in that head of mine.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying, we showed up. We got all dressed up for the occasion. We might as well make it count, but I guess we are going on a half hour, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So, very special for all you, the fans. A preview and a recap all in one video, but it's a special occasion. It's Halloween, baby. Like I said, the one time a year where even adults can use their imagination and become something that's bigger than them. So you want to call us crazy? We'll go ahead and call us crazy. Maybe we are a little bit. Who knows? The Stinger's always been crazy, baby. When he steps into that ring, faces a big challenge, you can't help but get a little crazy. And I hope that happens this Saturday night in Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend. So Clemson Tigers, you better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be we got to be a little crazy because it's a crazy world we live in.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, that concludes the Two Irish Brothers Halloween special. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing us get a little crazy, a little creative, have a little fun. But we do this because it's fun for you guys as well. At least we hope so.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, Jack, I wanted to ask you, how's the missus? How's Sally?
She's doing good.
Any kids yet?
Have to put her back together every now and then, but
I figured that'd be the case. So, yeah, watch out for that Oogie Boogie. You never know when he might come back.
yeah.
But I doubt that'll happen anytime soon. So, with that, everyone, I am the man, the legend, the icon, Sting.
I'm the Pumpkin King.
The Pumpkin King who? You got to say your name, man.
That's Skellington.
Yeah. So, with that said, as Ben and Sean would always say if they were here, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish. Beat Clemson.
Ah!